Yeah.
Hi Sophie Thompson. We can see that you're doing a campaign for Child in Need Institute in the UK.
I'm sitting in the toilet. There's a clue.
So what's the whole toilet thing about? What's the campaign about?
We're trying to raise some cash for Loos for schools in India.
And what's the need for that? I mean, you're saying there are no toilet facilities in some of the schools there.
That's right, and it becomes completely crucial, as you can imagine. I mean, when you start thinking about it, the machinations of it, but for particularly girls, it means that they will just not go to school, not fulfil their educational needs at all, because there are no toilets, which means that it's very compromising to their dignity, and also it can lead to sexual harassment. And so they just don't go to school. So we need Loos, because the consequence of not having a loo means they don't get an education.
And how much money are you looking to raise?
Well, for an individual building, it costs £2,500, which is amazing. It's a bargain.
That's for the full toilet facility, is it?
Two toilets for boys, 2 toilets for girls, all the running water and everything. The full building costs £2,500. So at the moment, the campaign is hoping to start with raising £25,000 for 10 of these toilet buildings, these toilet blocks.
And whereabouts are the first schools being targeted? Where are they going to be located?
They're all in India, and as far as I know, CINI, the Child in Need Institute, the charity in which this is all involved with, hasn't decided on all of the locations yet, and they're going to have information on that up on their website.
That's great. And tell us how you got involved with this.
I got involved with one of the trustees, who's a friend of mine, who's a brilliant inspired teacher, and won the teaching awards a couple of years ago, and got sent to Hyderabad, in fact, and he visited one of their projects. And he was telling me this story over lunch one day, and one of the children he was talking to, he said, what would be your wish if I could give you anything, you know, if I was the richest man in the world and I could give you anything? She said, I'd like a toilet. And he was telling me this story, and we thought, hang on a minute, let's focus on just raising some money specifically for Loos, so everyone knows where it's going.
But the other thing we want to hear is what's the best way for people to be able to donate if they would like to make a donation?
If you want to make a donation, I'm going to look at my little crib sheet here. You can donate online at www.cinuk.org, or you can call 0207 793 3714.
And if you had one final big point to make about the campaign, what would you like to say?
I'd like to say, just think about it beggars belief when you start thinking that there wouldn't be a loo in a school and the consequences of that. And you only have to think about it for yourself and for your own children, and then you think, actually, it's unimaginable and mad. And I mean, at the moment, there's at my son's school in England, they're building a toilet block, and it's going to cost them £30,000 or something. And if you think you can get a whole toilet block for £2,500, and that means that you're fulfilling the dreams of all these kids who haven't got loos in India, and it's such a fundamental thing to have, then, you know, act on that and splash some of your cash for loos for schools in India.
Fantastic.
I'm not quite sure I got that quite right, but I
that
think
is
I get the
perfect.
drift.
Thanks so much, Sophie.